Hello everyone. Good morning. Let's see, I'm just going to share the link as always in the Facebook group, which is the New Leaf Designs Knitting and Crochet Crew, and on Instagram, which is newleafdesigns.nl. I'm a bit earlier than usual on a Tuesday. Let's see, I can't type and talk at the same time. There. Share, copy. Because my parents are arriving today, and my brother, and my dad and my brother, they're on the motorbike, so they'll be a bit later today, but my mom is in the car and she's just heading straight here from the hotel. They stayed just south of Glasgow last night, and she thinks she'll be here around 1 p.m. So usually I stream from 12 to 2, so I thought I would stream a bit earlier. Let me finish sharing this. There. Okay, I don't have my phone cable, but we should be good. I have enough battery for now. I'm just gonna get it because I want my phone to be charged today. Give me a second. All right. Okay. Let me put on some music for myself. That's loud. Okay. Let's see. Where are we? Where are you? Good morning. Good morning, Annie. Good morning, Natasha. Good morning, Annalena. It's the final countdown. Are there any other countdown songs? Because I feel like this one doesn't match the vibe of the bossa nova. mm. I'm wearing my new sweater. I just finished it the day before yesterday. Good morning, Miranda. So I just finished the neckband day before yesterday. I had to do it 3 times or 4 times. Oh. Goedemorgen, Ingrid. Yeah, the very first time that I did it, I picked up not enough stitches, so it looked, you know, that might not be explaining it correctly. It did not look relaxed. It was very like bunched up, you know. Second time that I did it, I also, yeah, no, that was already the 3rd time, because the first 2 times, it was just so difficult picking up these stitches. So the 3rd time that I did it, I had picked up the correct amount of stitches, but always with the mirrored screen. But here, the decreases, I did 2 rounds of plain knitting, 1 round of decreasing, and it was just too long. And I thought I had remembered it correctly how I did it on my first sweater, but then I checked and it is 1 round of knitting, 1 round of decreasing. I can show you this one up close. And I think it looks really nice like that. So this one I did it the same, but I had to rip it out again. But I only ripped it out until the first couple of rows, so I didn't have to pick up all of those stitches again. The faux rib cuffs look great too. Yeah, I'm so happy with them. I mean, I think next time, I think it was just a good technique to learn. I think next time I would still, yeah, it depends, because it takes a lot of yarn. So I still have these left, but for this sweater, I used almost exactly half of the yarn that I had, but with these, because the cuffs use up so much yarn because it's double, I now have less than half of the yarn left. So it kind of depends whether I will do it next time. Good morning, Maxine. Yeah, I love the color too. Yeah. And my second green sweater, yeah, I don't know, I just like, I'm having a green moment. And so my mom is arriving today. My parents and my brother, they'll be here for 10 days. And my mom also wants to knit a sweater on the machine. Well, we're going to attempt a cardigan. So yeah. And this is all with British wool, 100% British wool from Woolly Knit, and that is Woolly with 1 L, Woolly Knit. It's a British website, and yeah, it's really cheap to buy yarn on cones. These cones are 500 grams each, so, and yeah, since I have a business, I can get a wholesale price, so that's really good. Good morning, Emma. And I have the British wool, and I have some merino as well. And I will say the British wool is very scratchy. I did already wash it, and I think it'll get softer the more times I wash it. But I can usually really take a scratchy wool. This I cannot. I'm feeling the neckline, even though I'm wearing a top underneath, but the top underneath is like the neckline is here, so This is just slightly going over it. I'm okay with it on my arms, but at the neck, yeah. So if you shop there, I recommend getting the merino one. Yeah, I'll be using that as well for the cardigan for my mom. So we are knitting the blanket today, the final 3 squares. I need to get my camera up there because then we have the countdown. And yeah, just a few more squares to go. It feels really surreal to be finishing this, but I'm also ready for this to be done. How is everyone? What are you up to today? Are you having some days off? I know that it is a holiday in some places. Yeah, there was a bank holiday here yesterday, which means, you know, they have this strange word, bank holiday. It was like, what does it have to do with money, like banks? I don't know, but it just means like whole country, like it's a national day off, but you know, not for everyone. And I wasn't sure if that was in more countries or if it's, you know, the May holidays, if you have the whole week off, if you just have a few days off. I don't know. I'm taking some time off to be with my family over the next 10 days. So that'll be my May holiday. Right. It's very bright here, but I think it's fine. Yay, it works. It works. All right. Let's go. And before I started the border, well, you know, after a few squares, I weighed the yarn, and then I weighed the yarn, divided it by the amount of squares that I did, and then I was able to kind of calculate how many grams of yarn I would need for the border. And I calculated that I would need 60 grams. Each ball is 50 grams. And this is still the first ball, so it looks like I'll be able to finish it with just one ball, which would be great because then I can put that in the pattern that you only need one additional ball, because this whole blanket is made with a color pack. So it's this box from Scapious Metropolis. I lost the label of this one. So Scapious Metropolis. It's a box with 80 minis, 80 tiny yarn balls of 10 grams each. Very, very cute. 80 different colors as well. So that's why this blanket is so colorful. And you only need that box plus one ball of yarn for the border, which makes it like it's not a cheap blanket, but it's also not a super expensive blanket. I've seen some crochet blankets which, you know, are like really beautiful, but are like more than €200 for the materials. Miranda is in the office today. I'll be listening rather than watching. Okay, that is fine. Thank you for being here. Maxine has a day off today, extending the bank holiday, catching up on chores, and maybe sneaking in some crafting. Yes, I like the way you think. Always sneak in some crafting. Emma's already been to the hospital this morning. Wow. My partner needed an exam under this morning, yeah. Exam under sedation. Oh, okay. I hope it all went well. Now home again, have the rest of the day off. That sounds nice. Ingrid is visiting her daughter in Dunoon. Oh, I have to look up where that is. I'm knitting with a view over the Firth of Clyde. Oh, that sounds like it's in the UK. Dunoon. Oh, the main town of Cowell Peninsula in the south of Argyll and Bute. Oh wow, Argyll and Bute. Oh, so it is in Scotland. Yeah, I remember you saying this. Wow. You know, I've been seeing so many beautiful houses on like the Argyll and Bute, Isle of Mull, but it's just too far away from where my partner works now. But yeah, beautiful places to live. Wow. Oh, I have an update too. Well, not really, but we are planning a trip to Shetland later this year for Shetland Wool Week, which is happening the last weekend of September, so same weekend as the Breidagen in the Netherlands, and then the first week of October. So it's really a full week. I think it's a Saturday to Saturday, and they have lots of events every day. So I've already booked the accommodation. Still need to book the ferry tickets. You know, it is surprisingly expensive to go to Shetland, and even from, you know, it is part of Scotland, but we need to drive 3 hours, maybe 2.5, to where we get on the ferry, and then it is an overnight ferry. It is like quite a while away. So I did not really expect that, because, you know, on the map it looks very close, but you know, maps aren't always like very, you know, oh, this is going to be a tangent, but have you seen that video where a woman explains, like, okay, you see a globe and Africa looks like about the same size as Europe or something, but if you actually and then she had the actual size map, and Africa was just like, wow, just like so big. And I also imagine that here on the map of Scotland, Shetland is just like, it looks very close, but it's actually quite far. But on most maps it's shown like, okay, you have Scotland, and then there's this tiny square which just shows Shetland, and you don't see the distance at all. So I suppose that's what kind of threw me off. But yes, that will be exciting, because Shetland has always kind of felt like the holy grail of knitting, you know? Especially for me, because I like stranded colorwork knitting and Fair Isle knitting. Fair Isle is an island within the Shetland region. So yeah, it's just really exciting. But you know, it'll be like half a year before we go. Emma says the exam went well. Oh, that's good. Now to wait for the results. Need to wait another 2 weeks. Oh, yeah. That seems a bit nerve-wracking to wait for the results. I'll keep my fingers crossed for you. So yeah, this will be my... I don't want to say my last live stream. I'll be back not next week, but the week after that. Because I'll be taking some time off. And hopefully I'll have lots to show you when I come back. Last time we were chatting about what kind of project we want to do after I finish the blanket. And we had some really fun ideas. I had the idea of going through some vintage magazines and knitting or crocheting a project from that. And I mostly have Ariadne magazines, and I've just emailed the editing team just to ask if that is okay, because I'm not sure if I can actually, you know, show and go through the magazine. I'm not sure what the copyright rules are on that, because I looked it up, right? For patterns that are like over 80 or over 100 years old, usually the copyright is no longer valid, but you know, in some cases they are. Wait, I need to see what I'm gonna do. But you know, these magazines are not 80 years old. Hey, Charlie! Here to celebrate the end of this massive blanket, yes! Maybe I've been a little deceptive, because this blanket is not massive. It is actually quite small in terms of blankets, but it's been a massive project nonetheless. So I'm just waiting to hear from the Ariadne team to see how that works, because there was one sweater that I really wanted to make. Do I still have the picture here? No. No, sorry. Okay. Okay, I don't have the picture, but there was... Oh, wait, maybe I do. I do. Image. Okay. I think it's gonna be really big on the screen now. There it is. I've got the pattern for this sweater. Isn't it amazing? I really love it. I really do. I think it is the right amount of quirky but still wearable. I just think it's so fun. I don't think knitting it will be super fun, because of the front, it's just like kind of the background that you knit. So the white or yellow kind of round shape, and then the red around that, and then the kind of white wavy top bit, that's what you actually knit in colorwork or intarsia, and the rest is duplicate stitch. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not a fan of duplicate stitches, at least not that much. Let's see if I can hide it here. There we go. So yeah, I'm not that much of a fan of duplicate stitch, you know. Oh, it says disconnecting. Reconnected. Okay, should be fine. So I thought that was really fun. But we will see. I will wait patiently for the Ariadne team to get back to me. And I do have some other magazine clippings of more recent magazines. So, because those patterns are, I think, just available online. Because that was my question, like, with really old magazines, the patterns are often not available digitally. So, yeah. If there's no way of getting them other than getting the physical copies, and a lot of physical copies are just being thrown away because, you know, they're falling apart, or people are like, who wants this? So the physical copies are getting rarer and rarer. So yeah, I was just wondering. Yeah, but I felt I also have some more recent magazines, I think from like Inside Crochet or Simply Crochet, with some fun summer tops, so I might pick one of those. Oops. So, what is on everyone's needles at the moment? I'm very curious, always, to hear what you're knitting or crocheting or spinning or embroidering or needle punching. Oh, okay. Anik is working on a toastati. Oh, right. Oh, I don't remember now if you said that last time, or if I heard someone else talk about it, because yeah, this has been on my to make list for a while, and I think Rebecca, the designer, has just released another testing call for a modification of the t-shirt, which I love. I love if designers are adding modification options to pattern, and then having it tested all over again. That is just, yeah, really, really nice. Yeah, that one has been on my to make list for a long time. Natasha is working on the Son of the Pine shawl. Yay! At the third lace part, first repeat. Oh, nice. Is that the one with the fir trees already, or is that the lace part before? I can't remember if I have 3 or 4 lace patterns in that shawl. But nice. Emma is working on a spinning project, and yes, I want to know as well, what type of wool are you spinning, or what type of fiber? Oh, the chevron part. Oh, that's, yeah. I thought that was very enjoyable to knit. The dainty chevron. Yeah. Oh, I want to design more lace. So fun. My mom has been sending me pictures of her knitting project that she takes on the road with her. And this time she's knitting lavender. So actual, like, she's using purple for like the fuzzy flower bit, and then green for the stem. And yeah, she's made those a couple of times. I think she first crocheted them, but now she's knitting it. And then she likes making those to add to like gifts, like a scented candle or I don't know. So that's what she was making. Oh, and she was starting one of my crochet shawls, the rustic lace square shawl. Because that's just with one ball of scabious whirl. And yeah, one skein projects are just great to take with you when you're traveling. Miranda is working on the summer shirt. Oh right, the top-down shirt. Tonight when I'm home from work, I'm trying it on to see if the body is long for me to start the border. Oh, nice. I always get impatient with tops and sweaters, and I think, I'm short, so I can make it a bit shorter. Emma is spinning a hand-dyed blue-faced luster top. Oh, nice. Yeah, after seeing so many beautiful spinning, roving and wool the weekend before when I was at the Yarn Festival in Edinburgh, I've been really wanting to spin. And I still have some beautiful bats here. So yeah, I just need to find the time. Okay, 2 squares. 2 squares to go. Text, edit. 2. Sophie is doing her first afterthought heel. Oh, nice. How are you finding it? Is it just as scary as you thought, or is it more doable? Annalena is knitting the notched hem sank top or tank top. Free pattern by Pearl Soho in a bamboo linen yarn. Beautifully and botanically dyed by a lovely indie dyer here in Greece. Oh, that sounds so nice. Okay, I'm just going to Google it. Notched hem top Pearl Soho. Oh, yeah. There it was. Where is the Ravelry? Oh, nice. Oh, that looks really nice. So it looks like a very basic tank top, but I always love these kind of basic wearable designs. And it's longer at the, well, you have the tank top and then it's shorter at the sides. So that the front and back, they're a bit longer. Nice. Yeah, no worries. I figured it was a tank top. Let's see. The wool Emma is spinning is a multicolored top with multiple dots of paint. I dyed it myself. Oh, nice. With Easter egg paint. Oh, that is so fun. And Sophie thinks the afterthought heals much easier than I thought. Oh, that is good to hear. I love it when, you know, we try new techniques and at first they seem like really scary or intimidating or difficult, and then you try it and it's so much easier than you think. And that was with the cable workshop as well that I taught last week. Cables, you know, they seem very intimidating. But you know, if you have the time to do things, right? So this was one of the swatches that I made. If you have the time to do things, it really is not. This is not really more difficult than ribbing, right? Because you're doing knit stitches and then purl stitches. So as long as you can do knit and purl, you can also do cables. So yeah, that was really fun. Emma's also working on her cable swatch. Yay! It's going to be a headband. Oh, great idea. Yeah, I really I thought like, oh, this would be such a great headband, and I really just need to just write up a pattern. I mean, it could just be a free pattern, and you know, people can try out cables. Yeah, I think that would be very nice. I think color work is much harder than cables. Yeah, I would say color work, there's some more techniques involved than with cables. But you know, you can make color work can be quite easy. You know, if you just do vertical stripes, for example, and cables can also be very difficult. But I think, you know, you can make such intricate cables. But I think, like, you know, 90% of all of the cable patterns, they're quite doable if you take the time for it. Whereas color work, you know, knitting with two colors at the same time, it can be your thing, it can also just not be your thing, and that's fine. You know, after I got comfortable with knitting color work, I would much rather knit color work than ribbing, or I'm knitting moss stitch now, which is like, ugh. It's fine because it's just a couple of stitches, but the constant changing between knitting and purling, yeah, I'd rather do color work. But you know, well, you could say that ribbing or moss stitch is relatively easy, but yeah. Natasha says that the lace knitting on your shawl is going easier than I thought beforehand. Oh, nice! Yeah, I mean, you just gotta do it step by step, and really, lifelines are the best because it is easy to make a mistake in lace knitting, and then, you know, not very easy to repair them. But once you take it step by step, once you have some uninterrupted knitting time, yeah. I mean, I enjoy lace knitting so much because you just see the pattern evolving, and you have one lace row, and the returning row is just like knit or purl, and every time I'm like, oh, I'll just do this lace row because it's so fun to see the pattern changing. And then I'm like, oh, the next row is just a purl row. I'll just do that as well, and then it just continues. Very addictive. Emma says, I like color work, but as a detail on a sock project, not to do a big project with it. Yeah, fair enough. Then it's a project that's going to lay in the naughty corner a lot. Yeah. You know, it's really important to know yourself, what you like to knit and what you like to make. For example, with crochet, I just like to do really basic stuff, like just double crochet projects, please. Just like, you know, granny stitch. I like to do that. Whereas with knitting, I like to be more challenged by it. And I always find it difficult actually when, for example, I have a sock pattern and then there's only some color work on, you know, on the leg, just below the cuff or something. I always really struggle with my gauge there. And so that's, you know, where you go from non-color work to color work, it's always kind of wobbly, and yeah, maybe I could try again. Natasha likes colorwork sweaters. Seeing the pattern grow motivates me, and I don't even mind the endless stockinette after colorwork pattern. Yeah. Yeah, it's like, you know, I always enjoy knitting the colorwork yoke very much. And then, you know, stockinette, it's fine. It might be a bit boring sometimes, but then you just have to listen to a podcast to make it more interesting for yourself. At least that's what I do. We were watching Lord of the Rings the other day, and I really I don't really consider myself a Lord of the Rings fan, but they are great movies to knit to because they are so long and they keep my partner occupied. So it gives me 3 hours of knitting time, which is great. So yeah, I finished my neckline during that movie. And then I also had some time left because I finished it, and then I had some time left to work on my bath mat. Yes, I'm knitting a bath mat. I know. Almost at the last square. Okay, I just want to take a picture. Now that it's almost done, because this is a great photo to put in the pattern as well. So bear with me for a minute. My laptop is in the way. You know, so much of being a designer is taking photos of your projects. There, that should be fine. Okay, no messages from my mom just yet, so I think she's on track to arrive here at 1. So that's in 2 hours. All right. Yeah, and waiting to continue knitting because you haven't taken a photo yet. Exactly. Or like waiting because, oh, I really need to film a tutorial for this part. And that's so much of, it's such a big part of being a designer. People think I'm the fastest knitter, and then I'm just like, yeah, I have to put things on hold for a long time. Hi, Lane. Good morning. Yes, finishing the blanket. It is the very last stretch. Oh, dropping a stitch. Yeah, I was just thinking, do we have any other final countdown songs? Because I don't like the obvious one. Yes. There we go. Oh! Okay. Picking up one from here. One from here. There. Just one to go. Just one. I know one other countdown song, but it's in Dutch. It was from this kids game show, and I think a couple of you might know it. And hi Chris, yeah, just in time. So there was this Dutch game show, and it was with kids, you know, in teams, and they would have to do challenges in a certain amount of time. And then towards the end, oh, hello camera, yeah. And then towards the end of the game, they would go like, nog 10 seconden, nog 10 seconden, nu nog maar een paar dan, ho, 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 stop, ho. So it's like, oh, 10 more seconds, and then, ho, stop. Okay, it's very stupid, but I always have to think about that song of the game show. I thought it was a really fun show. Such a long time ago, though. Emma is receiving her extra blocking materials today. Yay! I can finally block my lace blanket. Ooh, are you getting the blocking wires? And also lace blanket. Amazing. Bye, Sophie. See you next time. Yes, and an extra set of the mats. Oh, nice. Yeah, I need to get some new blocking mats too, because Momo really likes to scratch them. Which is fine. I would rather have her scratch the mats than any of the carpet here or the couch. So that's fine. And we also like taking the mats to, you know, if Momo's having a sleepover somewhere. And then the mats are really easy to just bring along so that she doesn't scratch any of the furniture there. But yeah, it does mean that they look, what's the word? They look ravaged. But I was thinking to just get some cheap kids mats here or something. But yeah, blocking wires are amazing. That totally upped my blocking game. because I hated to block shawls, yeah, and blankets, and now it's so much easier. Hi Ivana, how you doing? We are almost at the end. Look, only this bit. I'm good too, thanks. I'm excited to have my family here later today. Emma had 2 sets of the mats, but even a sweater is a challenge now. So found a deal on the same mats, ordered it, and now playing the waiting game. Yeah, the waiting game. I always loved when I bought something from Cool Blue, because then at the checkout they would send you a link to their waiting playlist, and it's a playlist of songs, and they all have wait or waiting in the title, and I thought it was so funny. Yeah. I used to watch their account a lot to just learn about marketing. I think they do it very well. Yes, my new sweater. I just finished it 2 days ago, and it's itchy, but also really warm. So, and together with my mom, I'm gonna try to make a cardigan on the machine this week, and then we have some softer wool to try with that. Yeah, I mean, this was all yarn that I ordered online. So, yeah, so I couldn't touch it in person. And usually I'm fine with scratchy yarns, but yeah, this one is very intense. But you know, I next time that I wash it, I'm going to throw in some conditioner, just some hair conditioner, because essentially wool is hair, right? And I've heard that if you use some conditioner, that you can soften it up. Just a few more stitches. So I need to knit until the corner of the blanket here, and then knit 5 more rows so I can complete the corner. My god, and then I can actually take finished blanket photos for the pattern page. Because right now it's still just a photo of the loose squares and, you know, some of the squares sewn together. Okay, there we go. Is that the last one? There we go. Yeah. And then 5 more rows. So this is 1, 2, 3. I should count down now, actually. Okay. No, I'm not. I'm just confusing myself. 4. 5. And casting off. We're casting off, people. Last stitch. And we have cast off. Of course, I don't have my pretty scissors. Where are they? I want my pretty scissors. Okay, it's fine. I'll use my big scissors. They were from my grandma. There we go. Snip! Yay! Now I just have to sew this together. I did the thing! I did the thing! And we have yarn left, so we only needed 1 ball for the edge. Yay! Right, let's sew this baby together. Just doing a simple whip stitch here. We don't need to do any fancy stitches. There we go. Let's finish her up. And there! Woohoo! The caps lock. Not be shitting her. Watching, just sniffing the knitting for olive yarn. Why does it smell like fresh carpet? What does fresh carpet smell like? Snip and snip. Yay! We did it. We did it. Oh, I'm so happy. I could not have done this without these live streams. Should I do an Oscar acceptance speech? I want to thank everyone. But seriously, I want to thank each and every one of you for attending these live streams and making them, making this project bearable. Hi, Gabriella. Yeah, I do not recommend this blanket. Hey, 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 hey. Finito. Because of you, yes. It's all because of you. Now time for a nice nap under the blanket, yeah. Bye. It was a lot of fun to be with you while knitting it. Oh, thank you. That's great to hear. Wait, let's give her a moment. Let's give her a moment. Yes. Oh. There she is. We did it, Joe. And the back. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna leave the back like this. I mean, definitely because I want to show the process. Because I'm probably going to be taking this to shows with me. But yeah. Oh, so happy. So happy. Now I need to find a way to put her on the wall. Oh my god, if you sold it like 100,000 for real. Yes. 2 years of my life. Yeah. But you know, oh, it's so worth it. And I really feel like that this might be, in a couple years, this might be my top selling pattern. I don't know. Is it? It's kind of iconic, I think. But yes, RIP to anyone who tries it. Yeah. She's an icon, she's a legend, and she is the moment. Thank you all so much. Yeah. Yeah, she, not a he. Yeah, definitely, yeah. Oh, so happy. And I can show my mom when she gets here. Oh, and then I can take pictures. And then I have to make sure that Momo does not go on the blanket. She already went on the blanket and I already needed to fix it in a couple places, but yeah. Yeah. I don't even think you can see it, but there's still a fuzzy bit here. See? Yeah, that's a cat, but, you know, usually she's fine with my projects. I'm gonna have to do one of those reveal Instagram videos where they like fold up the entire blanket and they go like bam. I need to do that. Yeah, I need to do that. Yay! Okay. Now we can think about 100 real photos, please. Yes. I'm gonna book a photographer, and he's like, oh, okay, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna do a pregnancy photo shoot, a new baby photo shoot, wedding photo shoot? No! My blanket. Please. She is the star. Yeah, but first I need to block it so that the edge is nice and flat. Yeah. Thank you. Hi, Yolanda. Yes. 80 squares. Yeah. And now. Yeah. Ah. Yeah. And you know, how big is it actually? I think it's 140 by 115 or something. It's really not a big blanket. But so beautiful. Yes, so beautiful. Okay, but I have prepared some magazines or some magazine clippings that we can look through, and maybe we'll see something that we like. I just thought it was my mom. It is not my mom. It's just a delivery driver. My mom won't be here for an hour and a half, but you know, this is, you need to drive this road to get to our house. So I'm like, is it my mom? Yes, so I'll just put this in the back. And that'll have to do for now. Okay, so I did prepare something. I took out some folders, and I think we have some patterns in here. Oh no. These are just the you know, before I moved, I went through my whole pile of magazines. There were a lot of magazines, and I thought I'm not gonna take them because they're so heavy, and you know, if I moved it, then I would need to make something from them. So I just cut out all of the things that I wanted to keep. And this folder is just this is not specifically patterns I wanted to keep, but it's of times that I was featured in magazines, which is really fun. Yeah, baby Carmen. Okay, so yeah. Okay, that was this folder. But in this one, we have some patterns, and there's gonna be lots of sweater patterns, but I know that I have some summer top patterns in here. So let's zoom out. So most of these are from the Knitter magazine. Oh, I have to be careful. I know I had some crochet. Ah, there we go. Okay. There's not a lot, but I thought this dress was kind of cute, and I thought to do it as a top. So this is from Inside Crochet. The designer is Cassie Ward, and it's called the Beside the Sea dress. Okay. And what's this one? Okay, this is the dress pattern. Oh, is it really just 2 patterns that I have? Okay, because I also saved this one because this is, but this is not a summer top. Okay, I thought I had saved some other patterns. Let's see. I do have some other bookazines and magazines, so we can have a look through those and see if there is something that we want to make. I'm going to be looking for summer tops, and because I have some cotton yarn that I would really like to use. So I have lots of this color, and then I have some pops of color. Green again. And if you have any summer top patterns that I need to check out, please do let me know. But I'm looking for more kind of, see, these are very cute festival tops, but that's not going to be what I'm looking for. Oh, that is so fun. Oh, look at this car. Like, this is a great photo shoot. Poncho. Oh, this beautiful blanket. Okay. Okay, I don't think there's a summer top in here, but these are some Shetland patterns, or some Shetland inspired patterns, and I just really like the idea of making something to wear to Shetland Wool Week. It's such a pretty book. Oh. Oh, look at these. I saw these sweater blockers on the Woolly Good Festival as well. Annalena says, I've been wanting to make the Huldra sweater. Oh yeah, by Lillebeer for a long time, so I think that's what I'm casting on next. Okay. Let me just refresh my memory. Why does Ravelry always sign me out? Huldra sweater. Oh yeah, that's a beautiful one. Okay, I'm just going to turn this camera. Zooming in a little bit. There, that one. The Huldra sweater by Tatiana. It's really beautiful. It's made with Skippy Swirl. So that is an option. Is there even a top pattern in here? Oh, beautiful. You could instantly tell this is Stephen West. Even though it's very simple. There he is. I love this guy. Okay. I want to be very careful to not show the patterns. And oh yeah, this one. I'm not sure if this was more of a winter issue or a summer issue. Oh yeah, this one is nice. Look at that. The Water Clover Tea by Isa Capitulan. There. And I think all of Pom Pom's patterns are available as just singular patterns as well. Yeah, this one is really pretty. Ivana says, I've made the sailor's tea. Oh, let me check that one out. Sailor's tea. I have a feeling that there might be a lot of patterns with that name. Is it the one from Hanna Rimmen? It's really pretty. So it's mostly like the background color and then some kind of like dotty stripes, kind of like broken stripes. Really pretty. You can knit it with all the colors. Yeah, that is true. Let's see, I also don't remember if this one was a summer or a winter issue, so because the summer ones obviously have more summer appropriate clothing. I think this was a winter one. Those are my socks. Oh yeah, I think it was a winter one. I forgot that my socks were in here. Yeah. That's definitely a winter one. This is a summer one. We might have a summer top in here. Oh my god. It's the old queen. Yeah, I designed a tablecloth for this one. That's the one. Collar. Blanket. There's a top. Yeah, I don't know. It's maybe a bit too sporty for me. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay. Oh, I really like the cardigan in this one, but yeah, that's gonna be a big project. Oh, this one's cute too. This sweater. It's a crochet sweater. I don't think I'll have enough for this. My cushions. I think I might actually have an idea of what to do next. Yeah, I might have an idea, but I think I'm gonna have to think about it a little bit more. Mihanna says, I have to go. Have a nice time with your family. See you soon. Thank you. Thank you. See you soon. So I do have an idea. And it's a cardigan that it's a crochet cardigan, and it's basically like a recipe. So you can just crochet it to your own size. And I've done one many years ago. That was the rabbit hole cardigan, which is this granny stitch cardigan. It's been on my website for ages, but I wanted to do one with a solid, just yeah, I've updated the pattern. I'll grab the cardigan because I finished it last year, so a premium scoop for you. I'll go grab it. I think I still need to block it because one of the edges is curling over. I definitely need to block it because it has all of these fold lines. But basically, it's a cardigan of double crochets, because I love double crochets, and I mean those in American terms. So in UK terms it would be treble crochet. I don't think I can wear it with this sweater underneath, but it'll give you an idea. Oh, it fits over the sweater. So it's really easy to do. And you start with just one row of double crochets, and you lay it around your neck, and you see if that is, see, it curls. And you see if that first row, if that is going to be the length that you want. And then you can add more or make it shorter. And in order to do that, do you know foundation double crochet? It's a double crochet where you don't have a huge amount of chain stitches before, but before each double crochet you also make the chain and then the double crochet. So you basically, you have just the double crochets, and if you add more, you don't need to rip everything out and add more chain stitches and then do it all again. You just add another foundation double crochet. Amazing technique to do. It was on my list anyway. Oh, nice. So the rabbit hole cardigan, yeah. that's a really nice one too. This one is going to have more customization options, because the rabbit hole one, yeah, I did that, what was that, 8 years ago? It's a bit lacking in pattern writing, It's one of my very early patterns, and it doesn't have that much customization. So this one, you crochet 3 rows, you lay it over your neck, your shoulders, and you think, okay, yeah, this is how I want to make it. And then you pick your shoulder point where you increase. Yeah, I have to take it off to show you. And I do have, calculations for that, so don't worry, you won't have to simply pick. But at the shoulder, let me add the other camera again. So you will have 2 points, one on each shoulder, where you are going to increase. See? And then basically you're making one large U shape to go around your shoulders and down. And then the rest of the cardigan you crochet from there. And I think that's really nice. I did this last year with a couple of my friends. We all made the same pattern. My mom made it as well. She made a mohair version. One of my friends made a handspun version. Another one of my friends, she did a solid row, like all double crochets. And then the next row, she did 1 double crochet, 1 chain stitch, 1 double crochet. So she has this kind of like lacy pattern. You can do anything you want, right? There are so many options. And for this one, I always like working in the back loop with crochet. So for this cardigan, each row I cut and I start at I always start at the same side so that I can have these, you know, I can crochet in the back loop. So I would always start on this side and then end at the other side, cut and then attach here again. But of course you don't have to do that. You can just continue, and so you don't have to cut. And yeah, I've been wanting to make another version of this because you can make this with any yarn. I did this with, again, Scapies Metropolis. I love this yarn. But you can use any yarn. So for my next version, I am going to use some of my own hand-dyed yarn. So it's going to be like more of a DK weight, sport weight, and then it's going to be all pastel colors. I'm going to do some stripes. That was the idea that I had, and yeah, would be fun to do that together with you. So let me know what you think, because it is a very fun pattern to do. Very mindless, very easy to customize, and I think working on it in the live streams together, or like you don't have to work on it at the same time, but I think it's going to be really really fun for me to show, like, look, this is how it works, because this is one of those patterns where you just need to wrap your head around it, and then you'll want to make a second one and a third one and a fourth one. And you're like, okay, I have some ideas that I want to adapt it next time. So have a think about it. Let me know if you like that. I will post about it in the Facebook group as well. Yeah, that would be nice. I'll show you the versions that my friends made too. And because we used to go on yarn cruises together, so last December we also all went on a yarn cruise together, and earlier in the year we thought, okay, let's crochet or knit the same pattern so we can all wear that on the cruise. And so this is the pattern that I made for us, and so I named it the Cruise Cardigan. So yeah, thank you, Chris. And I left the sleeves like quite wide, and I did, okay, you see that I did some single crochet at the end. just to give it a nice sturdy edge. I am in case you didn't get that. Yeah. Thank you, Annalena. Yes, I think this would be a very nice idea. Yeah, I've been wanting to make this anyway. So yeah. But we have some time because I will be back after the 17th. Let me see. So not next week, but the week after that. So I don't have a live stream this Thursday. No live streams next week. I will be back on Tuesday, 21st of May. Where is the cruise to? It was, let's see, last year it was to it was to Germany. We went to Köln and no, like we first took the bus to Rüdesheim and then we took the cruise ship back, and it was by the yarn store Wool of Fame. I'm just going to type that here. It's in the it's in Limburg of the Netherlands, Wool of Fame. And they just announced the cruise for this year, which is going to be at the start of November, and they're going to cruise in the Netherlands. They're going to a couple of places, including Gouda. So yeah, I'm not going to be there this year because yeah, it's going to be an expensive trip for me to just go back and forth, and I'll be in Netherlands. I'll be in the Netherlands for Christmas, and to go back and forth again 1 month before was just too much. But yeah, I highly recommend. It's really, really fun. So it's a couple of days on the cruise, and you know, you have breakfast, lunch, dinner on the cruise. You're not cooking anything yourself. You're taken care of. There's a beautiful lounge where you can just sit. Everyone on the ship, you know, every guest is a knitter or a crocheter. There are workshops. There is a yarn shop. It's so fun. It's so fun. So highly recommend. Yeah. Maybe I'll go again next year, but this year it was not in the cards for me. But yes, that is where this cardigan comes from, the cruise cardigan. So yeah, but yes, I think a double crochet is a stokje. Yeah. No, and I didn't get seasick. It's like I do get seasick if it's like a really tiny boat, or if it's a big boat and outside on the sea. But since this cruise is on rivers, it's really, really peaceful. Like, no, like you get, yeah, you get seasick on the sea. I've never really noticed it on these cruises. And my mom, I always go with my mom on these cruises, and she gets seasick like even faster than me, and she has also never had any worries with it. And yeah, it's just really nice. So highly recommend. Yeah. if you have the time to go, then yeah, it's really nice. Yeah. And I've seen a couple more cruise ships in Europe this year. I know that there's gonna be a really big one with like Joji Locatelli, Fira Velamaki, all these like world famous designers, but the prices are like it's like really expensive, and this cruise from Wall of Fame is like, it's pretty affordable. It's still a couple hundred euro, but it's you know, compared to the other cruises, it's really, really affordable. So anyway, yes, it's a really nice concept. So I think I'm going to end the live stream here. I'm going to tidy up a bit before my mom gets here. And yeah, I will see you in 2 weeks on Tuesday, 21st of May. I'll be back. And yeah, have a think about the cardigan or another project you want to make. And yeah, and I hope to see you then. So thank you all so much for being here with me today. Thank you for watching the end of the other way of the blanket. I had loads of fun. I always have loads of fun with you. Thank you, Natasha. Yeah, thank you all so much. And I will be back in 2 weeks. And I will be sure to share lots of pictures on Instagram in the meantime, and on Facebook. So if you want to follow what my mom and I are up to, then Instagram and Facebook is a good bet. All right, thank you all so much. Bye bye. See you next time.